So, you're in China, you're not sure if you want to make the change over to the ketogenic diet or not. You don't know if it's possible whether or not to eat keto in China. Let's talk about that. Maybe you're an overweight person, you're thinking about trying to make a lifestyle change, a diet change, or you're just looking to try something new. You don't know if China is really a good option to do keto, and you need some more information. Well, here we go. Let's talk about whether or not it is possible to eat keto in China. If you are thinking about making this change right now and you want to lose some weight, I have lost about 100 pounds, maybe 98, 99 pounds on keto in China. So I've got great news for you. You can do keto in China. It is absolutely possible. Now, granted, there are a few things you need to know before you get started in keto. I'm not going to go into the details of what you need to eat and like how the diet works and everything. There's a lot of other channels, specifically Dr. Barry, who talk about the ketogenic diet and can give you way more information and better information on the keto diet. So I'm going to skip over a lot of that. But basically the whole diet is you eat a lot of fat, you eat basically no carbs, and you get rid of sugar in all of its forms. Any form of sugar, you get completely rid of it. Now, this does become a problem in China because a lot of things in China, they come with rice, they come with noodles, they're bread-based things, or there's a lot of sugar. This is a problem, but you can get around it. So let's go through my day-to-day life and talk about where I buy things, how I buy things, and what I buy. And that'll give you a better idea of how to eat keto in China. Okay, so let's start with the basics. You need a lot of fat, and you need to avoid sugar, and you need to buy the right oils, okay? So the oils you want to buy, you can buy at your local supermarket along with the meats. You can buy fatty pork, you can buy fatty chicken, you can buy olive oil, avocados, you can buy cheese, you can buy butter, you can buy a lot of these things that form the basis of the keto diet at your local supermarket. I buy American style bacon, I buy American style sausages, which have high fat content and lower than, fat protein content. What is this car doing behind me? Don't know what's going on here. You need to get rid of the main things that Chinese people consume, such as peanut oil, canola oil, or rapeseed oil, things like this. You need to switch over into those healthier oils, which Dr. Barry and other people talk about on their channels. So you got the oils, you've got all those, okay? You're buying bacon, you're buying sausages, you're buying fatty chicken. You've got all this kind of stuff, all right? So you've got the basis of the meats. You can do that. You can find that at pretty much any supermarket in China, especially if you are in a first tier or second tier city. Great. And you need to look at the packaging. You need to look at a couple of things. You need to look at the protein content, you need to look at the sugar content, and you need to look at the carbs. So carbs is 碳水化合物. So there are the characters at the bottom of the screen. Protein is 蛋白质. So you can look at that. There it is on the screen. And look at the ingredients. And if you see 白砂糖, don't buy that. Don't buy that thing because that means sugar. So you have those 3 or 4 things and you're set. Now you need to figure out your vegetables. What vegetables do you need to eat? Now, basically anything that's grown underground is out the window. The only thing is 萝卜, which I think is radishes. Radishes are fine. You can eat radishes, but anything underground, your carrots, onions, potatoes, lotus root, those are out the window. So for vegetables, usually I stick with green leafy vegetables, and those can be bought for very cheaply at really any neighborhood local vegetable stand. You can get those super, super cheap. And what you do is you just cook that in your olive oil, in your butter, in your bacon grease, in your avocado oil, whatever you happen to have. So you cook that along with your bacon, your sausages, your cheeses, and that really forms the basis of the ketogenic diet. I have a lot of that stuff with eggs. I eat a lot of breakfast for dinner. That is a go-to thing for me. I have bacon, I have eggs, I have cheese, and I have avocados for dinner. A lot of times. I love it. I absolutely love it. For some people, it might get boring. You can buy things to make ketogenic bread. You can do that on Taobao. You can get coconut flour, almond flour, and stuff like that. That's all available on Taobao. If you don't know Chinese, you can hook up with Bao Pals, which is a service that helps you access Taobao in English. It's a third-party service. They charge a little extra for that, but you can do it. I also get meat from a local guy here in Chengdu. Well, he's not local, he's a British guy, and he's a butcher. He's a British-style butcher, and you can get all kinds of cuts of meats from him delivered to your door, and you just do everything on WeChat. So that's a fantastic service that I utilize, along with going to a Carrefour or a Walmart or an import supermarket, along with my local vegetable stand. So it is completely possible to do the ketogenic diet in China. It's wonderful. It's wonderful. It does take a little bit of getting used to. After about 3 or 4 weeks, you start to figure out what you can eat, what you can't eat, the types of restaurants that you can go to. Actually, let's stop there and talk for a second. If you're going out to eat, there are a couple of things you need to know. You have to go to a quote-unquote dishes place. You need to look for a place that has chow cai, because they will have all the sort of dishes that you can order, and you don't need to eat the rice. Stay away from the fried rice and the noodles and things like that. You do have to go to a sit-down dishes place, or you can just be on the lamb kebab diet. Just eat lamb kebabs. That's great, because lamb kebabs, they have a lot of protein, they got a lot of fat. They'll do like block of lean meat, block of fat, block of lean meat, block of fat, and that balances things out. That's great. So all of those tips that I've just listed, everything that I've just talked about, you can put that together and create a routine. Cook as much as you can. I would suggest starting your ketogenic diet during a holiday. If you get a couple weeks off from school, start then, because then you can get into that routine of cooking for yourself. You can get into that routine of buying the things that you need. You can stock up on meats. You can do this. I started over a winter vacation. I had 6 weeks where I could just focus on that, and I found it really easy to transition into the keto lifestyle. So that would be another big suggestion that I have. And with that, I think you've got everything that you need to know. It is a bit more of an expensive diet, but if you're a foreign teacher in China, money's not really an issue for a lot of things. So good luck. I wish nothing but the best for all of you as you embark on making this change to your diet and trying to be healthier here in China. So thank you all for watching. I'll see you all next time.